Tuesday, November 8th, 2016. So today is the big day, the U.S. Presidential election or general election. They're not only voting for the president, of course, they're voting for all other kinds of positions and offices. I like to talk about what I think will be the impact of a victory for one side or the other. And first of all, I'd like to talk about what I've seen, observed from afar, from the UK. And I'm not trying to back anyone. I'm just seeing, telling you what I observe. One incredible thing for the last month or so is all the enthusiasm and the number of people showing up for Trump rallies. Usually at minimum 15,000, maximum 30, 35,000. And you have to remember a lot of these rallies are in small cities all across the US. And the other thing that's amazing is that Donald Trump has been, for example, the last 2 days of the campaign on the 6th and the 7th of November, which is Sunday and Monday. I think on Sunday he went to 7 different places. He was giving his last speech at a rally past midnight, and I think that was in Virginia. And then yesterday he did another 6 rallies, and all the time there's like thousands and thousands of people, enthusiastic people. Quite amazing. So there is a lot of support for Trump. And on the other side for Hillary Clinton, I haven't seen, as much support at all, and I haven't seen her doing as many rallies. There was, I think, a rally where it was like a concert, Beyonce concert, and they did have about 15,000 people or so. But maybe, I don't think they would have had 15,000 people if it wasn't a free concert by Beyonce. If anything, her rallies might have, a few hundred to low thousands people. Quite amazing. But from what we hear in the mainstream media, even here in the UK, for example, LBC Radio, all they talk about is that Hillary is ahead. She's gonna win. She's favored with the Latinos and the Hispanics and blacks. But then you look at these Trump rallies, and there's loads of women for Trump, with signs, Latinos for Trump. And I watched a few days ago, I watched the Red Pill Philosophy. Is a Cuban guy in Miami. He's got a very good YouTube channel, and I'll put it up in the information. He's got like 150,000 subscribers, and he went to vote in Miami, and he was talking to Cubans in Miami, and they all said, well, we're going to vote for Trump. We don't want communism. We've come from there, in Cuba. So it's quite amazing. So if you look at the alternative media, and if you really look at the rallies, you see something, and then you listen to LBC or CNN, it's completely different. They don't talk about these huge Trump rallies and the enthusiasm for Trump. Even LBC Radio in London, when they want to talk to Americans about it, specialists, they will call someone from CNN. CNN envoy to London, they'll talk to the U.S. ambassador to London. I know he's supposed not to be political, and they'll talk to the New York Times correspondent in London. So you can see what kind of views they get. But apart from that, anyway, let's see what, in my opinion, my humble opinion, would be the consequence of a Trump victory or the consequence of a Hillary victory. Well, I'll start with the Hillary victory because it's quite easy, I think. You'd continue to get the rigging of everything. The media, mainstream media that is, politics. What do I mean by that? Well, the pay for play, the special interests. The media of course, the rigging is like, telling the public what the government wants the media to tell the public. And thirdly, the rigging of the economic data, statistics, and the markets. So it's going to continue as usual if Hillary wins. I personally don't think it will last forever, but if she wins, they can drag it on for a bit longer. And the rigging, and what do I mean by the rigging of the economy and statistics? Well, it's not even sometimes the rigging, is just the way the statistics are presented by the government and the mainstream media. For example, unemployment in the US. Yes, the last unemployment number showed not 4.9% unemployment rate. So the government will come out, yeah, things are great. Look at unemployment is below 5%. The media will parrot the same thing, CNBC and Bloomberg. Great jobs data. And the Fed will say, well, we'll have to maybe raise rates because the economy is picking up. But they won't tell you about the labor force participation rate, which is at 40-year lows, and the fact that almost 95 million Americans that could work are not working because they've given up working because they can't find a job. So they won't tell you that, and they won't tell you, they won't tell you basically what John Williams from shadowstats.com tells you, that the statistics are all doctored. They won't tell you that the reason GDP is still positive is because the government is running huge deficits. Because, if you run a 5% of GDP government deficit and GDP comes out at 2%, without that deficit, GDP, the private sector really would be minus 3%. They don't tell you that. And it's the same thing here in the UK. So that's what I think. Hillary wins. The show goes on for a little longer. Don't know how long they can keep it up because, half of Americans don't buy into it anymore, looking at the support that Trump's getting. So a Trump win, what will it mean? Well, basically, it will be the opposite of Hillary. I think, a Trump administration will admit that things are being rigged, of course, and that America has a problem, huge unemployment, that we have, the U.S. has huge debts and obligations, that the system's been rigged, and he'll come with a plan, but it will be disruptive, of course, but it will only, I think, accelerate a process of the unmasking of all the lies and the rigging that we've had under, the status quo for the last 20 or 25 years or so, in terms of rigging the media, rigging politics, and rigging economics and the markets. So yeah, that's what I think will happen. Trump victory will be the unmasking right away, I think, of all the lies that we've had. And that's why people are angry, because on the ground, they know that things aren't good. And that's why, there's so much support for Trump. What else? Yeah, we just, what time is it? It's 8:25 a.m. London time, so 3:25 Eastern Standard Time. So I don't think people have not even gone to vote. I know there's been a lot of early voting. But I guess I'll have to wait for some time after midnight here in the UK to see who's won, and I will be up, watching it. It will be very interesting, in my opinion. What else? Well, just another couple of things that I'd like to point out. I talked about how Trump is doing so many rallies, and he's going from like New Hampshire to Virginia to Nevada to Florida. He's flying everywhere. Ohio. I know he's on a plane, and he's 70 years old. So you can't forget, he's doing, a lot, and he still has the energy. So with that in mind, I saw a video here, and I'll put it up in the information, and it's from the Next News Network. His name is Gary Franchi. He's quite a good YouTube channel, and he says video catches sick or wasted Hillary stumbling to her car with Bill's help. So this was on Monday. Hillary Clinton, or yesterday evening, Hillary Clinton coming off her campaign plane and having to be held by Bill Clinton. You know, she's tumbling. Is she ill, or what's wrong with her? You know, you don't see that Trump doing that. He comes out of the plane on his own, and the last few days he just comes out of the plane and starts speaking. You know, that's what he's doing. He's speaking at the hangars in the airports. So that's what I wanted to talk about. So I guess what do I want to say to my American viewers? Well, they have to vote, you know, with their conscience. I'm not telling them to vote, you know, for anyone, but I'll keep people updated as well on the markets, even though I think it's going to be, you know, the markets are going to be something you have to set aside for the next 24, 48 hours, and then wait for the dust to settle. So if you enjoy my video, please give me a thumbs up. Share it with friends, colleagues, and family. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do. If you'd like to donate to my channel, there's some links below in the description. I accept Bitcoin, BitGold, and I've got a Patreon account as well and a PayPal account. Take care. Goodbye.